Hey everyone, this is Stephen Strawn at Cast Iron Cookware, where you can find information to help you better collect, restore, and use cast iron cookware. Today we're going to be talking about my collection / addiction to cast iron cookware, and I'm going to share some of my Lady Bess series pieces for Birmingham Stove and Range, and I'm going to be doing that coming right up. Before we get started, I just want to say thank you to everyone that has purchased my product, Easy Beezy Cast Iron Seasoning. The purchase of this product helps keep this channel going, and I just want to say thank you so very much. So let's get on into the video. Now, if you've been watching my channel, you know that my personal favorite cast iron is Birmingham Stove and Range. Birmingham Stove and Range started at about 1930 and went all the way up until 1991 before they went out of business. There are several series involved. You have the Red Mountain series, the Century series. The Lady Bess series started in 1976 as a bicentennial commemoration. And they have this unique little handle. You'll see this same handle on a lot of Asian pieces that were made in Taiwan about the same time, but you can tell the difference after you've seen a few Lady Bess pieces. Number one, the Lady Bess pieces will have this descriptive Birmingham Stove and Range style lettering. You'll see the same Birmingham style lettering on the bigger skillets as well, even down to the little small fry. Now, I do not currently have the entire set of Lady Bess. There are a few more pieces, and I will kind of share those at the end of the video, but I'm going to start with the ones as I have collected them. This is a number 6. I picked this one here up from a lady at Mountaintop Flea Market, and I got this one here, and it's pretty much good for one egg. Now, if you want to restore these pieces, the handles will screw off. You just have this eye bolt in the end, because you don't want to put these wood handles in the oven, especially when you're seasoning. And there's a little pin right there that will go inside a hole in the handle to keep it from spinning on you. You just screw it in until you have it tight. A lot of times it won't line up where it's flat. If you want to hang it on the wall, you might have to back it up a little bit so it'll hang evenly. They're not as smooth as the Red Mountain series or even some of the earlier Century series. The quality of the surface is pretty much on par with the pieces that were made in the 70s and the 80s and right up into the early 1991 before they went out of business. But this here is the number 6 skillet, the first one I collected. And the second piece that I picked up is the number 10 Lady Bess. That's the markings on the bottom, what it looks like. Of course, it has the same handle as the smaller skillet. I think I purchased this one here on eBay, and it is the saucepan. It is a number 6, pretty much the same size as the little skillet here, the number 6 skillet. If you ever notice just the way these look right here on the back, this little ridge on the handle, you can tell the difference between it and the Asian pieces for that. And a lot of times the Asian pieces will have a square helper handle. If you ever run across an Asian piece, the lids, these here didn't come with lids. The Asian pieces will have lids, and the lids will have a squared type handle on the lid. And when you pull the lid off, on the bottom of the lid, you'll have 2 big bumps on the lid. Those are definitely Asian pieces. That's one way to tell them apart from the Lady Bess series. I have another one of those little number 3 saucepans. I bought them both at the same time. I forgot that I bidded on one of them while I was bidding on the other, and all of a sudden I wound up with 2 of them. This one right here is kind of unique to Lady Bess. It is the number 5 5x5 small fry skillet. And believe it or not, it is part of the Lady Bess series set. You pretty much can cook an egg in this and it will fit your sandwich perfectly if you want to make a square egg. It's not very, very hard to find. It is part of the Lady Bess series. I picked this one up on eBay And it looks like it has never been used. The handle is in really good shape, and it looks like it has never been seasoned. Now this one right here is an omelet pan. It even has a nice little casting flaw right here on the inside. Looks like the gate mark, they got a little carried away and ground a little extra off right there on the gate mark. But other than that, it is a nice little piece. Now, I bought this before I had my other two. I've got a friend who knows someone who bought out an old hardware store, and they had a bunch of new old stock. He made a deal with me, and I wound up with 3 of these little omelet pans. So I've got 2 that I can do some trading with to kind of help finish out my set. Now I have another piece. This is a little more hard to find. This is number 10 casserole pan, Lady Bess. Now you don't have the wood handles, but you do have the Birmingham stove and range style lettering and description. This one here even has a little wax left on it from the factory. A lot of times they would coat them with a type of wax just to keep them from getting rusted during shipping. And I got this from my same friend who had 2 of them. And he gave me a really good deal on these, and they're both new old stock. He also sent me a packet of the Lady Bess tags. Let me pull one of these out and we'll take a good look at it. This is the Lady Bess. It says Lady Bess cast iron cookware. American made, glass covers, wood handles, extra thick bottoms. And then on the back, it has a little bit about the Lady Bess series and something to do with the care and how to season it, I believe. Now, some of the pieces that I'm still missing on the Lady Bess series, I'm still missing the square skillet, the smaller casserole pan, and the glass lid for the square skillet. And I believe they also made a Dutch oven in the Lady Bess series. I haven't seen one, but I believe they did make one, so I'm also looking for one of those as well. Now, going back to the wood handles, there was a little while where they made some white handles for these, and they were made out of a type of plastic. I think they called it Conbrio, and those were kind of popular on the West Coast. You would see those probably in California and places like that. You don't see them very often. They are very hard to find, and I have not found any yet. But if anyone has any Conbrio handles they would love to make some trading with me, I'd be glad to talk. That is kind of a little special offering to the Lady Bess series. So I'm still working on the pieces. I have a few more to go, and hopefully I'll get there soon. I hope that you've enjoyed this video, and if you have, please do not forget to subscribe. Hit the notification bell, and I promise I'll keep more of them coming. You can also check out Cast Iron Cookware on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Check out the Cast Iron Cookware Facebook group. It is full of people who love cast iron, love sharing, and connecting. And I just want to say thank you again for watching Cast Iron Cookware. Before we go, I just want to share something with you really quickly. In Hebrews chapter 10, verse 16, it says, "This is the covenant that I will make with them after those days, saith the Lord. I will put my laws into their hearts, and in their minds will I write them, and their sins and iniquities will I remember no more." I just want to say, share the word and be a blessing.